Hello, everybody. We almost made it through without commercials. Uh, I am Brun VJ Cirque 33. With me is Rob, also known as Presar,
Hey, what's up? What's up?
Mark, also known as Wingman 709,
Greetings, everybody.
and this is episode 402. Where are the games? Um, yeah,
Well, we know where the ads are.
yeah, exactly. And I'm telling you, it's Twitch doing her thing. And now, I mean, I have to load Twitch up so I can follow the chat, and I'm wondering if I'm just going to have to fight through commercials or something. It's pretty ridiculous, to be honest with you. So, but no, that's I muted the window, I hid the window, and the window still decides to play an ad going through there. So, quite ridiculous. So, get ready to hear some more of me, possibly. I've got it muted again. We'll see what it does. And it looks like it's going to play a video. And it did.
Nice.
Ah, what you know what it is they have different controls on the commercials now. So you have to mute the commercial because I just muted the commercial. So at least I know now that that's what we have to do. Oh, we should be okay. So there we are. I see us. We should be good now. But how are you guys? Everything good?
Good.
Good.
Awesome.
Yeah, fantastic. Get some fun gaming in this week.
A little bit.
Couple here and there.
Here and there. All right. Well, before we get to that, a couple announcements. You can watch us live on twitch.tv/ this Xbox Life every Sunday starting around 10 p.m. Eastern Time. And then we release a show to the podcast world on Monday. Thanks to Rob and his awesome, awesome editing ability.
Releasing this.
Yes.
Skills.
So, and we were talking. I was talking to somebody, and we use ZenCaster to do our recording. Sorry to give all our little tips and tricks away,
Giving
but
away all our secrets.
yeah, giving away the secrets. But
They can't know for free. They got to pay.
yeah,
It don't matter what you give away because we got Rob.
yeah,
They can't have Rob.
yeah, they
That's
can't
our
have
true
Rob.
secret.
There you
But
go.
for anybody out there in the podcasting world that wants to try something out, you can always try out ZenCaster without the E at the end. So it's ZenCast R. But all right. Another announcement before we get going is next Monday is a holiday here in the U.S., so we will not be recording a show on Sunday. We're going to take a week off, and then Rob and I will return the following week without Mr. Wingman 709, who will be out on business, and then 2 weeks after that, all three of us should be back together and having a good old time. So. But all right, Rob,
Yes, sir.
what have you been playing?
A couple of things, really. Went in and hit the EA Vault, I guess, for Unraveled. I was trying to look at something that I could play with my son, where it really was innocent-ish
Right?
and non-violent. And it turned out actually be pretty good. I mean, the game is definitely pretty. I don't know if you guys remember that game with Yarny,
Yeah,
that little yarn dude
it's a cute
walking
little game.
around. Yeah. So played some of that and got some nice little puzzles in there. And then there was a game that I kind of tried on a whim and it actually turned out to be pretty good. And that's Kingdoms New Lands. This is a game that came out, I don't know, like 2, 3 weeks ago.
Hmm.
And I remember when I was looking at the trailer for that in the Xbox store, I looked at the game and I'm like, what is this? This is like just a ridiculous game. It's kind of got some like pixelated art in it, like the style that seems to be also common nowadays in a lot of these, I'll call them like indie or smaller developer games.
Okay.
So the premise of this is you're playing like a king or a queen, whatever, that's on horseback, and you walk left or right, and you've got people, you've got buildings, There's forests, there's bridges, and then there's like these little blobby, orby looking monsters. That's what you get from this trailer. And it's like, what is this game? This game like makes no sense. But when you play it, it's actually not too bad. I mean, it's actually a decent game. Almost, I can say, like a pretty good game, where if you actually give it a chance. So what you do in this game is you play this king or queen. You're on horseback, and you're basically building up a town. You're collecting money and resources. You're recruiting people, and at night, your village gets attacked. It gets attacked uh, from either side, left or right, from these monsters that spawn out of a portal. So overall, I guess I could say the game is like a resource management tower defense style of game, but it's a lot different than most. Because when I normally think tower defense, I think of Defense Grid. That's
Yeah.
my number one game that I think of. But here it's a little different because you've got a town that you're trying to protect. You've got people in the town that you've recruited and you've given them jobs either as like builders or some dudes pick up arches. Arrow bows and they're archers. And they're the ones who defend your town. And you're building things up. You're building up your defenses. You're using your builders to build up the defenses. You're chopping down trees. You're exploring out of your town to get more money. And the game is fun and it is also challenging. It is so hard because I seem to like hit this specific area where I just don't have enough money. I must not have like good saving practices prior to that. And I just get like overwhelmed almost. But the game's actually pretty decent. If it falls in sale anytime soon, which it might, you might want to definitely check it out, or if they have a trial or something. It's it's very interesting. I actually got turned on to it by a YouTube video that I saw of a guy playing it, and I'm like, oh, that actually is not too bad. And I tried it, and sure enough, it was a good time. So that was a very much a pleasant surprise for me. That was Kingdoms New Lands, which I guess is like definitive edition or it's like a sequel to Kingdoms, which was the first version of it. And they've made a bunch of changes from what I understand. But definitely interesting game. Definitely worth checking out. That's about it for me.
Cool. Mark, what you got?
I got to try to figure out how to connect this massive Kinect adapter to my Xbox One S this week. My free adapter arrived, and at first, when the box arrived, I was expecting my adapter, and it was this big giant box. I'm like, okay, I guess it's a big giant, but I mean, the thing was probably. In fact, Do I have the box still here? Oh yeah, here. Let me grab it.
Oh, he's gonna break
Show
everything.
it or it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Look at the size of this thing.
Jeez. Okay.
I mean,
I think
this
the
is
Kinect
an
can fit in there.
adapter. It's supposed to be an adapter. Yeah, my Kinect can fit in this box.
Yeah, but it's got the power. It
Okay.
has the power and everything, right? Power brick.
Well, that's
and...
the thing. It's like there's a lot in here.
Yeah.
But I was expecting, like just a little plug or a little adapter that you plugged in and in the middle. No, there's a power cord. There's a power brick. It got to plug into the wall. That plugs. So if you guys can see this, so here's the power brick. So this plugs into your wall. Then this plugs into the quote adapter. Then the adapter's got cables that plug into a USB port in the back of your S, and then your Kinect has to plug in on the other side.
So they couldn't
And
power the They couldn't power the Kinect through USB basically. Because that connection
I
for
guess
that
not, 'cause
connection
you're plugging
for
it in.
yeah. I say
Well-
the connection for the Kinect is a special connection,
Right.
but it may be on an Xbox One, maybe have like a power, probably has a power source behind it.
Right. There's power going to it. through that adapter. So now you're
Right.
on USB, you've got to power it. But it was just that I was like, when it arrived and I just kept pulling stuff out of the box. I was like, it's supposed to just be an adapter. So it was a little overwhelming. I thought it was not what I was expecting, but I got that all. I played the game of installing that and tracking wires, and it worked. So I do have Kinect working on my Xbox One S using the original Xbox commands, not the Cortana stuff. So,
Yeah.
but that was the first thing I played this week. Hook up the adapter.
Yeah, see, it seems like with all that stuff, I'd rather turn on just Cortana and go through my controller than to have to hook up all that stuff.
It wasn't that bad. It was just more. I just was expecting like a little box, you know. I just
Right.
an adapter. I wasn't expecting what I got. So there's
Right.
a lot here. No wonder they charge you like $30 for this thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yep.
I mean it's a lot more there than I thought it was gonna be.
Mhm.
Played some Titanfall 2. Which we don't have slotted to discuss, but I would like to talk about this. So I think, Braun, when you're done with your list, let's spend a little time talking about Titanfall 2.
Okay.
I also played. Okay, so I'm I almost hate digital games for one reason. Is I find it too often too easy to just go into the store when I'm bored or I feel like I need something new, even though I know I've got like 3 games coming that I've already bought and paid for coming in September. But like one of them was bumped. So now XCOM 2 comes out the same day as Forza Horizon 3, which really
Oh.
stinks. XCOM 2 was supposed to be the beginning of the month, and somewhere I didn't see an announcement of it being delayed, but it is now on the same day at the end of the September.
I didn't see a delay on it either.
I didn't either, but when I first bought it, because I sent you that list, Braun,
Right.
and I had the dates listed. That was the first one in September. It's
Yeah.
now it comes out now at the very end with Forza Horizon 3. So that stinks. But anyways, so my next game's not till like September 12th, with the Dead Rising triple pack. So I'm like, okay, and I got a million games. What's sad is I got over 200 games, and I'm like, I got nothing to play.
Yeah.
So I was looking through the store, really not wanting to buy anything either because I know I'm putting a bunch of money out this holiday starting in September. And I came across 2 games I noticed that I wasn't aware of that are free. And I'm like, okay, free games. Yeah, I know how that goes. But I downloaded them both and I tried them. The first one was something called Lies of Astaroth, which even the name alone would not even intrigue me to check it out.
Mhm.
So I load this thing up, and the first thing that comes up, it's like 2 like half naked women, and one it is, and her hair is all coming down strategically, covering her. And I'm like, I'm sitting there going, what the heck is this? And I'm turning around, like
Then your
hoping my
wife walks in.
kids don't just happen to walk in. I don't care about her. I was worried about my kids walking in.
Right.
You know, I'm like, what is this garbage? You know, so it turns out it's just like a card game. I would attribute it to something like Magic. And I don't really get it because I had like no control over anything. I hit a button, it randomly pulls a card out, and then it's like and it tells you, it's like, oh, then you have to hit a button to end your turn because you can't do anything once you pull the card out. So the next time you come around, you have to draw a card, and then you can play a card, and then you can quit. And it's like, and that's it. It's like, oh, well, you won, congratulations, and all these achievements are popping. And I was like, I didn't do anything but like follow this tutorial. So then I went and played like a match outside of it. And it was basically the same thing. It was like, okay, but I have like no control over these cards. So I really don't get the game. But I do know that there's an option in there to pay like $400
Wow.
for some in-game currency or something, but it's like $400. So there's like a DLC pack that you can buy, and it's just like coins. It's like in-game credit, but it's $400. I was like,
That
whoa,
that
that's
sounds
insane.
no, that needs to be ripped off there now. Like that there is a company hoping that a kid downloads the free game and then has his parents'
It's that
credit card
$400.
on there
Nope.
and hits that, thinking it's $4 or something like that, and all of a sudden $400 gets charged to the parents' credit card.
Yeah.
That's what that is. Now I understand
Yeah,
that.
I can't see how anywhere there'd be DLC that's $400 for a free game. That just
Right.
to me that is. I felt like, wow, this is and it's the first one of all their packs of stuff that you can buy. It's
Right.
the very first one, the $400 one. I was like,
Yeah,
wow.
that sounds dirty to me. I mean,
It does.
in my
It
opinion.
sounds a little shady.
Yeah.
But that's available if anybody wants to play a free card game with a bunch of partially dressed females on it on the cards. Then I also downloaded and played Prominence Poker. Um, it's a poker game. It's yeah. As you play, you can win chips and stuff and unlocks like character clothes, chips. I think there's cards and table designs, stuff like that. It looks like there's so if you've played like the Avatar poker,
Right.
there's you could do little chip tricks or little. And I think this one, I think they called it like what did they call it? I don't know, but you can wave, you can roll the chips around in your hand, you can do these little things. It looks like there's unlockable ones that you can unlock later on in the game. So there's stuff to kind of get you to come back. But that's a free one. I didn't. I'm sure there's a way to pay for stuff. I know you can probably use real money to buy credits in the game, so you can unlock or buy stuff. There's a whole bunch of stuff to unlock. So I think that's how that gets its money path, its monetary path going. But you could probably, if you like sitting playing poker, I'd say it's not too bad. It's a little weird because it's like the chips, like when you bet chips, like your characters are animated and they're doing stuff, but then like when they put their chips in, the chips just magically fly to the middle, and it's like the character will deal the cards, but then when they're all done, they just like fly like to the card deck automatically and fly through the air to the next person to deal. And I'm just like, if you can do the animation for them, why couldn't you just animate him like someone swiping their arm to collect the cards? I'm like,
Yeah.
it just seems like, why did they not do that? It just seems weird. It was like one of these obvious things, like stuff just flying through the air, which, no big deal, but it just seemed like kind of laziness on the dev part. If they did all these other animations that look pretty good, why couldn't they complete it?
Right.
Maybe they ran out of time. I don't know. But anyways, that's really all I did. So yeah, how about you, Brun?
Did some Overwatch on the PC. Did some Titanfall 2. But a majority of my time was spent on Deus Ex Human Revolution, trying to continue through that. I'm playing on PC now because I had a save there. But I'm going through it to prepare myself possibly for the new game at some point in time. So I want to beat this one before I play the new one. So, but real quick, if we want, we can talk about Titanfall 2. Like I was gonna say a few things. Now, they did not put in any changes or enhancements or anything like that into this second test round. They released another map, but a lot of the things that I was reading that for some reason it was a technical test, but they're going to make a bunch of changes for what everybody was complaining about at some point in time, or they're going to take that in consideration, I guess, maybe for whatever they're going to do, which seems weird seeing that the game's going to be released here shortly. But as far as I know, the technical test 2, there wasn't like any bugs fixed or stats changed or anything like that. It was just like, another map.
Got to keep your stats. It was kind of nice.
Yeah, and you got to keep that, which that's kind of where I bumped into. I mean, I was bumping into some, for a company who's named Respawn, you think that their game would respawn you correctly. No, but I was spawning in an area or in a building next to where two enemy Titans were standing right outside of it. So I run out the door, and then all of a sudden I'm getting stepped on or punched by an enemy Titan. So it was not fun. I was not happy about that. I was alive for about 6 seconds. Um, but with all the people, with everybody who has been playing it nonstop, the other thing I don't like that they need to work on is some of their matchmaking. I'm a level 4, and I was going against higher level people that were obviously playing it for the entire time. So, but what you got? What was some of the things you wanted to talk about?
Oh, I just I saw there. Wow, I tell you what, I got into the Titanfall forums and made some suggestions, some things, gave them some feedback, which is what they want. I couldn't believe how much hate there is for this game in their forums on the tech test. I
Right.
mean, people are complaining about all kinds of stuff, and I'm thinking, this is not. This is a taste, a hint of the game. This is just a slice. Not everything's here. And people are complaining that burn cards aren't there and this and that. I'm like, okay, well, we don't know if burn cards are going to be in the game, but they very well could still be a part of the game. They're just not in this portion. This is again a way for them to test the game, the network, the servers, see how things are working. The only real complaint, in fact, I need to do this. I need to do it tonight and go in there and tell them. One thing I see that is broke. I mean, I've not had any real issues outside of one, and that's what they call the network.
Well, yeah,
So it's
that's
like
not
their
working.
their clan thing. Well, it doesn't. When you invite people from the network and you all get in a match, when you go to the next match, you're back by yourself. It does
Yeah.
not keep your group together, which I don't understand. I'm hoping that's not the way that's intended, because if that's the way it's intended to be, I'll never use it. So when we played on Friday night, after every match, we always had to quit matchmaking, and then I had to re-invite everybody in the network
Yeah.
every single time. Um, but I think that's the type of stuff. This is a new feature. It's something new, so I don't mind that it doesn't work as I would expect it to work. But then again, we need to find out if it is working as designed. But other than that, I don't have any complaints on this game. And I really think that I don't know what I guess I don't know what to think. The hate this game's getting is just stupid. I don't get it. And I'll tell you what, I was listening to Horrible Gamers the other day while I was working, and I was actually cursing at Jesus Walks a Lot. If he may show up later in our Twitch game chat. They actually were going to have me on yesterday, but I was gone to the fair with my family doing better things than yelling at Jesus. But he had me so upset. I'm like, to me, he was like representing all these people that were in the forums, just kind of being idiotic about their comments. It's like the game's not, oh, this is missing, or I can't do this, right? There's only 2 maps, or only two. Oh, some of the one was like, people were mad. I'm not buying this game. There's no attrition mode. I'm like, really? This is a tiny test. There's probably 10 different multiplayer modes. You're seeing 3. They had 2. Now they got 3. I'm like, they're just testing stuff out.
Yeah. Well,
You
and
know,
here's the thing too is don't call this people, or if we stop calling it a game because it's not a game. This is just this is just Titanfall 2 technical test. It's not an alpha, it's not a beta, it's not a full release candidate, it's not a full game.
hey,
It is a
it's a pre-alpha.
yeah.
And people are like, oh, this can't be a pre-alpha. The game is coming out in a month. And I'm like, okay, guys, pull your head out of your butt, because what this is, and even the dev said
Like
that
June or something.
this what we're playing is a build from back in June. Okay, so the game itself is far beyond. There's like some of the stuff I asked for, it might already be in their final build.
Hmm.
I was just like, hey, when I'm in the menu, I'd really like to know what my weapon level is, because there's unlocks and it says you can unlock this when your weapon level is this. But in the build we have, okay, what's my weapon level? I don't know. There's nothing that shows me what that is. There's a lot of stuff missing that I would expect, like a bunch of stat tracking we had in the previous game. there's no last Titan standing. There's no campaign. There's no attrition. But there's only two Titans. There's gonna be more.
That's where the
You
match.
know,
That's why I'm writing
it's
off the matchmaking. I'm writing off the matchmaking as it's just not working, and it's because, well, this is from June. I mean, you know,
yeah.
so
This
so
is a
be it.
test. So yeah, it's just and I don't know why this bothers me or why it really bothered me, but like so many people are like, oh, I'm canceling my pre-order and I'm buying a PS4 and blah 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 blah. And I'm like, all you are is some freaking Sony fanboy who's mad that you didn't get Titanfall 1, so you're gonna come in here and try to slam this game as much as you can.
Yeah.
And it's like it's really a waste of their time because the devs are just gonna ignore you. They're not stupid. These guys have been doing this their whole life. They know how to ignore the morons in the forums.
Mhm.
They're only going to respond to and take seriously the real posts, like the one I threw out there saying, hey, and I even said, great game. I had a blast. Thank you so much for letting us test this out. And here's what I saw, and then here's some things I would like, hey, I can't wait till October, thanks again. It had legitimate things, no complaining, no whining like a baby. I even shared the link out to everybody in our community to go and add as well, add your comments. But guys, stop, and I don't think it's anyone from our community. Our community is too mature for that, man, I hope. But if you're gonna do something like a technical test or a alpha or a beta, regardless, it's not a final product. And make sure you know why the test is out there and do what they want you to do and report back real commentary, real data, because the whining like a baby is useless. It does nobody any good.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm off my high horse. And Jesus, you're still wrong. I don't even know if I want to hear their show this week because I will listen to them, but I'm curious what he's going to say after this weekend's test. But
I'm trying to think, because Gunny says I'm joining the Titanfall beta tech test. I said not beta, but then I had to think. That one screen that comes up that has like the black and yellow lines around it, and it's just saying, "Hey, you're about to take part of a such and such." Well, that thing doesn't state alpha or beta, and I think it just states technical test, right? Somebody might have to fire it up.
I'm pretty sure it says pre-alpha technical test.
Okay, yeah, like
I'm almost positive it does.
Well, you might have to fire it up and see what it says real quick.
Okay,
but
all
no,
right.
like I'm curious because
facts.
I'm curious because the people that are in there, some of them might just be like super fans and stuff. And I know I've been watching Darkness play, Darkness 429 on Twitch. I've been watching him play, and he's been pretty much like straightforward. Like people come on there and just start bashing it, and he's just like, guys, this is not a beta. This is what this is. This is all this is. It's nothing more than this. He's just like, come on, like, lighten up a little bit, and enjoy it. So,
Yeah.
Because like I said, it's like, we sit there and we complain about all the people's doing beta. We got, our first things about the Battlefield 1 beta that's starting on Wednesday, right? So, here we're going to get a Battlefield beta. It's only going to have 2 maps in it. Actually for the alpha, because I was in the alpha, it had 1 map. I played 1 map. And I did not complain about it. I didn't do anything. It's just like, hey, this is alpha. They're looking for... Yeah.
All right, Titanfall 2 pre-alpha tech test. Thank you for... missed it.
Yeah.
Thank you for helping test, blah, blah, blah. Stuff might work. Things like chat, party, multiplayer might not function as expected or might not function at all. The game may even crash. But it says that's the first thing you see.
Yeah.
Titan pre-alpha tech test.
Yeah, so maybe that's what somebody needs to screenshot that and stick it in the forums and be like, I didn't know this was supposed to be the full game release. But yeah, like, for anybody who hasn't played Battlefield...
Where's all the modes, guys? I don't see the modes.
Yeah. So Wednesday, when you download Battlefield 1 and you guys are playing the open beta for Battlefield 1, be prepared to only be playing the 2 maps that you've seen, you know, like the YouTube crowd and the Twitch, you know, the Twitch streamers playing. That's probably all you're going to get. And
I'm gonna get on the Battlefield forums and go, "This game sucks. There's only 1 or 2 maps, and how come there's only one tank? Where's all the tanks? How come there's no bombers and jet fighters? What the heck?
yeah,
Why am I gotta play on a horse? This is stupid."
yeah, exactly.
Because they had jet fighters in World War One. You know that, right?
They did.
Where's the stealth fighters? I want to fly in a stealth fighter. What? This isn't Battlefield.
So, yeah,
Stupid people. Stupid people.
yeah. But all right, let's move
All right.
forward.
I didn't mean to cut you off back there.
Oh no. I'm cool. I'm cool. So, all right. Hi Rob, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good.
Did you try Titanfall 2?
I have not.
All right. Well, then nobody cares about your thoughts on it. Just kidding.
I
Would
think
you-
it sucks.
Yeah, did you think it's? Did you play it because the whole game wasn't there and all the modes were missing? So you're just like, I'm not playing this.
You know, I downloaded it, but the bits that made it a complete game were not sent to me, so I refused to play it.
Oh.
Did you cancel your pre-order and buy a PS4 instead?
I just played Clash Royale instead.
All right.
Titanfall 2. All I'm gonna say, Titanfall 2 is gonna be awesome.
I canceled my pre-order of Xbox 2.
I will say this about Titanfall. Okay, this is my honest opinion about it that I was playing. I feel like I will have more fun playing with friends. I don't feel that Titanfall, you know, to me gives me that hop on and play a couple rounds. You know what I mean? Like I feel like that's the game that I'm gonna want, you know, with friends to play.
Yeah, but that's like Battlefield, Call of Duty. I mean, all those types of games are a lot more fun when you are in a
Yes.
squad
Yep.
with your friends,
Yeah.
communicating and working together. So it's no different than any other
Battle-
mainstream.
Battlefield, I feel like, and this is just based on experience because I wasn't a huge Titanfall person from the very beginning. I love the game. I love the first Titanfall game. But I feel like, you know, with the wider maps and the slower pace of Battlefield, that's something where I can jump in and be with randoms and be okay. And I think that's just because of my experience with it. And this may be completely opposite when the games come out, you know. But just based on playing, it's like, man, I really wish I had Mark in here or some of the other guys to play and have some fun with, because it is smaller, quick pace type of rushing type, you know, those type of games. I feel like I like with friends a little bit more, but has nothing to do with the game.
We missed you Friday night. We did do. I actually came down. So we actually had. Yeah. Well, anyways, I was online Friday Night Live at like 5 o'clock my time,
Mhm.
Pacific time, and I
Yeah.
played all night. So we were doing Titanfall 2, and we missed you.
Yeah, well, high school football season started this
There you
Friday. Friday was week 1, and I've senior last football season, so I won't miss one of his games. So I probably
That's understandable.
yeah. So actually, he's backing. I see him. He's walking. Everybody probably sees him in the screen now, but yeah, I can't miss any of his games. One more year.
All right.
All right. Patreon.com/this Xbox Life to become a patron of the show, as more like a monthly subscription. Or you can send us a one-time $1 million tip at twitchalerts.com/donate/this Xbox Life. So, yes, the more zeros, the better, guys. No, just kidding. So roundtable/news time here. We have about 7 topics to talk about. I'll add an 8th, I guess, at the end if we have time. Quick hits. I mentioned the early access for Battlefield is on Wednesday. If you're an insider, you get early access. And look out, folks. It's 1 day early access. So thank you for your email and all your contact information. You get 1 day early. So no, and that's pretty much everybody mostly in the face of the planet, I think, probably signed up for that because that was the one way to get into the closed beta or closed alpha. But yeah, Tuesday, Battlefield 1 beta. open beta. Get out there and have some fun. So I will be on there at some point if I have time. Because not only high school football, I'm also coaching football again this year. So it's takes away from a lot of things. So, but next thing is. So I was a little bummed. I was kind of hoping that Battlefield was going to take the route of Titanfall, where did I just hear a train? I think there's a train coming around. So I was hoping they were going more of the Titanfall route because I think Titanfall is releasing all of their DLC is going to be free. Or similar taking a route of Halo 5, I think we talked about on the show. And the one reason why I was thinking about that was because typically with Battlefield 1, when they started pushing pre-orders for like Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4, when they started pushing those pre-orders, they had the Battlefield Battlefield 4 premium. They had it like right there, day and date. So it's like, oh yeah, while you're buying our $60 game, why don't you buy our $50 season, the company with the most expensive season pass, $50 season pass along with it, spend $110, $120, $130, because that's what I did with Battlefield 4 and got burnt. I mean, big time burnt on that. So I was thinking, well, maybe they're going to go the other way around. Until Mark's like, hey, did you see the news? And I already did. Thank you, though, Mark. Appreciate it. Battlefield announces their Battlefield 1 Premium this week. A long time after the pre-orders. So I'm not sure if they were thinking about doing it or not trying to tick everybody off right at the beginning, and they're trying to save some face with it. Because I think if they would have came out and said, pre-order Battlefield 1, by the way, here's premium as well, like they have before, and making people mad because it just makes everybody think about Battlefield 4 and the blunder that was. But it is premium. They have a premium pass. Still the most expensive premium pass you can get. It is $50. Here is what you get. You get, let's see, 4 upcoming digital expansion packs, including 2-week early access to each expansion pack. And real quick, Battlefield 4 I think had 4 or 5 expansions, but by time Battlefield 4 was done, I think they ended up with like 6 or 7. Because like the last 3 or whatever, they just like dropped free content, which was nice of them. But 2-week early access. Play as new armies, including France in Battlefield 1, They Shall Not Pass, and the Russian Empire in an upcoming expansion pack. So you will not be able to play as France or Russia unless you buy the expansions. 16 new multiplayer maps, new operations and game modes for more ways to play, new elite classes, 20 new weapons, new vehicles, 14 Battlefield 1 battle packs containing standout weapon skins delivered monthly from November 2016. Just real quick, I tweeted them to find out if this is something if I purchase the premium pass, like say in January, will I get November and December's drops? I think with Battlefield 4 you did. I think if you bought premium when the first time you logged in after getting premium, you just had all these battle packs to open. So I'm waiting for them to tweet back on that to see what they're doing. My next tweet was going to ask if they were going to restrict some of their DLC only to PlayStation 4 people and leave Xbox One people out of it, like Destiny, but I'm pretty sure they're not. So, maybe they should not be the worst company on the face of the planet this year. And then 14...
That would be Bungie.
Yes, 14 unique dog tags distributed over the course of Battlefield 1 Premium Pass period. The first expansion, They Shall Not Pass, which comes with the French... did it say French? Oh, yeah, the France. Is released in March. So you've got plenty of time to decide before dropping almost the price of a full game on its extras. So which is kind of what I was saying. You know, it's a lot of money, and the reason why I'm asking that is, you know, if November, December are the first times you're going to get something, it's almost like, you know, if I'm going to get a couple battle packs, let me wait it out a little bit, because me as a consumer and a huge Battlefield fan, of course, everybody knows that. I'm not dropping 50 right off the bat and getting burnt again. And I don't think I'll get burnt, but you know, I'm speaking with my wallet. So, I'll see what they say, and I'll report back with what we hear there. The only thing else that kind of bugs me is, now this content may not be finished. You know, it's plans on what they want to do. Obviously, with the first expansion not coming out till March, so I don't think this is something that's like, oh, it's on the disc. You know, it's done on the disc. I don't think that's the case, but it does seem like a lot of content. I will say that I absolutely, positively do not want to see microtransactions in this game. So, like Halo 5, where you can buy card packs and stuff for Halo 5, which then gives you free DLC and stuff, which I'll talk about later on here in a little bit. I do not want to see us having to pay $50 for extra content, and on top of that, have those type of microtransactions. So maybe that's, they'd rather just do it that way. So, are you guys getting the season pass?
No,
Rob, are you even getting Battlefield 1?
I'm on the fence. I haven't gotten a Battlefield game in such a long time, but this one looks really good.
Right.
Looks really good. I'm tempted, but there's so much other stuff that's coming out.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
And Mark already said, and he's got a bet with somebody, he's not purchasing it. He will not purchase the game.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about the bet. That's right. I will not be buying Battlefield 1 or the season pass. That is correct.
So, yeah.
I forgot what that bet was. I remember who it was with now. I can't remember. What did we bet? I forgot.
I can't remember.
Was it a full game, right? Wasn't it a $60 game?
I think it was Armistice, right? Armistice,
I was thinking
RJ?
it was Carbide. You know what? It might have been Armistice. But...
Yeah. It's somebody. But I know you were automatically going to win because, no, you're not the one buying it.
Yeah, I didn't say I wasn't going to play it. I said I would not buy it.
Yeah. So
game sharing.
Yeah, and the thing I was saying about the microtransactions in Halo, because I was going to say, like, Halo 5 Forge is coming to PC, if you guys didn't see that, on September 8th. But also on September 8th, they are dropping, what's it called? Anvil's Legacy is the name of the content drop. It is the 9th free content drop for Halo. Talk about something awesome. And I can tell you, I've played Halo. I haven't played a ton of it. But they don't make it like a huge chore to try to get battle packs or like the packs and stuff in there. But to give out 9 drops of content for free so far is awesome. And not only that, it doesn't split doesn't split the player base. Because say Rob finally breaks down and he buys Battlefield.
Okay.
Right? And in March, so Rob, if you buy Battlefield, let's say you buy it in February, and you do not get the season pass, you and I will only be able to play for a month or so together. Unless I only want to play the maps that you have.
Which you've already wore out for the last 5 months.
Yeah, which I would already played for 5 months.
You're going to want to play that new content you paid for.
Yeah.
Not hang back with Rob.
Yep. That is the one thing about these season passes that are, that's horrible. That's why I was kind of hoping they were going to take like a Halo or like a Titanfall type stance. But I don't expect things to be free. I mean, I know I always say, I'd rather have free. I would.
You know what? I think Gears did a nice job. Supposedly Gears of War 4, say if Rob bought Gears of War 4 and bought the season pass and all the content, and Braun, you just bought Gears of War 4, same situation we just have, right? New content comes out, and Rob has it. He's invited you to his game. you can still play on that map with him.
Right.
Even though you don't own it.
Yep.
You can't play it yourself unless you buy it. But if whoever's hosting a match, you can everybody else can play on that map. So again, it doesn't create a segregation of the player base.
Right.
So
yeah, that's
and
awesome.
again, I think it allows people to see what the content is and
Mhm.
say, hey, I like this. I want to be able to play it whenever. And, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. I mean, yeah. But so I was a little bummed when I saw that, but you know, we'll see how it goes. So, and like I said, when I find out, let me check to see if they've responded or anything. But yeah, when I find out what they respond with, I will let everybody know. So, so did you get new PJs or did you just take that one off?
I just removed it.
Okay. So, go ahead. You our background, if people don't know what the game of our background for today's show is this game that Mark's going to talk about. So,
Why do I got to talk about it? I don't even want to talk about it.
okay, The Witness.
But you know why I don't want
Oh,
to talk
that
about
game.
it. But
Favorite designer?
yeah. No, The Witness is coming to Xbox One. This was made by Jonathan Blow, who we probably all know from Braid, one of my least favorite games on the 360. But I found this interesting because I guess after Braid, this Jonathan Blow guy was pretty upset towards Microsoft and said he'd never bring one of his games to their platform again, and blah 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 blah. Well, lo and behold, here his next game is coming to the Xbox One. So, if you are interested, now I've heard on other shows this is supposedly a great game.
Yeah.
But they put this up there with what is it, Inside?
Inside, yep.
So that right there knocks it way down the list for me.
Yeah.
Because of my feelings towards Inside. No, so but this is supposed to be like with Inside, just like a top level, highly rated, much loved game.
Tens.
So
It was getting
wanted
tens.
to let everybody know. Yeah, it's getting 10. So, that's cool. I know a lot of people will be happy about this. I want to make sure that you guys were aware of it. So don't rush out and buy a PlayStation 4 just for this game because it's coming to the Xbox One.
Yeah.
I don't think it gave a date. I'm double checking.
It's next month. It's in September, I thought.
And
And The Witness is on PC as well. So it was PlayStation PC, and it is coming over to Xbox One. And it's funny, people were talking about how, Inside was Xbox going over to PlayStation, and then The Witness was PlayStation coming over to Xbox. They feel like it was like a prisoner exchange, which is pretty funny. But I will say that yes, like like I'm not going to release anything on Xbox ever again. I'm going to make how much money? Oh yeah, let's put it on there. Yeah, it's funny how money talks, right?
How quickly people can be bought. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyways, yes, it is sometime in September. So.
Yeah. But cool.
The other thing I wanted to just say real quick. So if you guys saw E3, they announced the Xbox Design Lab. That was where you could go in and custom make and create your own controllers.
Yep.
With colors. You could design the type of buttons you wanted, the colors of the D-pad and the sticks and the front of the controller, the back of the
Basically
controller.
everything.
You could get you can get laser etched gamer tag or some message on the controller. And I didn't buy one right away because they were pretty pricey. With the etchings, like $90. Without the laser etching, they're $80. But my wife and kids knew I wanted one and bought me one.
They love you.
Yeah, I can't remember if it was Father's Day or my birthday, but I think it was my birthday. But so I went and we ordered one, and it was like, oh, you'll get it in September. And I was like, September? Like, wow, okay. Well, I got my email earlier this week that it is shipped. It's already on its way here, and I should have it in my hands by Wednesday. So I'm expecting it on Wednesday to be here. So and then of course they made the announcement that everybody. So actually, I was in that first shipment. So even though I didn't order it right away, they still took all the orders from E3. So people that ordered them at E3 or right after that time frame, yours are shipping and you should have them this coming week. So uh, that's was their big announcement. So
Cool.
yeah, I'm looking
Yep.
forward to it, man. And it is just a reminder for people. It is the new Xbox One S controller design. So it does have like the textured bottom, and it does have Bluetooth.
Bottom.
The bottom is textured.
And my
Yeah,
bottom is textured.
and does have Bluetooth. So it's a little bit, it's a step up from the original Xbox
Cool.
One controller. So there is more technology packed into it. So, but I'll be sure to show it off in the cameras here, and I got my gamer tag etched in it, which I'm pretty stoked about. Mine's pretty basic. I just I went with a like a white, which actually is kind of funny. Now I got a white console. It actually was perfect. But I actually went with the white controller on the top, like I forgot what they call it, but there's like this really nice dark blue on the bottom. My sticks and my D-pad are all a nice dark blue, and then I've got the buttons are the black buttons with the colored A, B, X, and Y. So they're the colored ones. But and then I don't remember what I did for my back and menu. I think they were black with white, with a black background with the white labels on the for the start and back buttons. But I'll share a picture of it. So probably by our next show that I'm back.
Yeah, I'm,
Yeah.
I'm I'm making one right now that's orange and black because that's the colors of our school. Pretty cool.
Yeah, it's kind of neat. I like it. I'm looking forward to seeing it and have it in my hand.
Right on.
And it's white on top, so it now matches my Xbox One S controller. I'll have to put
Yeah.
my camoed one in the drawer. Use it as
It's-
a backup.
Speaking of your Xbox One S, what are your thoughts on it compared to the launch console that you had? Because I didn't get a chance to ask you that last week. I mean, now that you've been using it, what, for 2 weeks? Any
Yeah,
thoughts? Any differences?
not really. I mean, outside of physically the look of it, the size of it, um, those obvious things. But no, functionality wise, um, it works just fine. It seems to be pretty much right on par with my day one Xbox One, which I still have.
Because you said that other one was getting really slow. Is that still the case? Is this thing faster, or is your old one sped up since the update is finally out?
Good question. You know, I think it's pretty much on par. I would say it's still identical to it. I do because even on this one, I'll hit the like home button and there's a pause before it actually goes home. It's not as quick as like it was when these things first launched. You hit that button and it would just boom take you to the home page or the dashboard. It was just more responsive. Now it's like I'll hit it and it's like, okay, any day now, there you go. And I think it's all OS. So I don't really think that there's any performance improvement. If it is, it's very, very minor. Not enough to notice. So, but it runs great. I'm not having any issues. I
Okay.
haven't. Knock on wood. You guys hear that?
Yep.
Yep.
I only had to hard reset it once, and that was when I first got it. I was having some really weird things, like um, I think it was telling me at one point because it did an update, and then it was like, okay, you need to restart it. And I went and I hit the power button, and it didn't actually do a restart. It was like locked up or something, so I had to pull the power on it. But I have not had to do that in the last couple of weeks. And then also the only other issue I had was with the controller, which I mentioned last time. It defaults using Bluetooth, which is great because all you do is hit the A button and it automatically connects. But it was constantly disconnecting, so I connected it via the regular Microsoft Wireless, and I have not had a single disconnect since. So, and then that's probably just interference in where I'm at, other issues with Bluetooth or other devices, or I think Gunny Chief said last week if there's a lot of copper in your walls that will cause problems. So,
Hmm.
but no, using the regular Microsoft Wireless, I've had no problem with it. So I'm
Cool.
very happy with it, and I've adjusted to the white box. You know, I do like the black, but it does stand out. But it's
I think
nice.
the white. I think the white. I saw a box like I think it was on the same deals. So if anybody's looking for an Xbox One S right now, what we were talking about it earlier before the show started, it's like the 500 gig version with the Master Chief Collection and Halo 5 is $299 at Target right now. And I think they also had a deal on just the white controller. Those white controllers are sharp. I think they look sharp.
Well, in addition to that, it's $269.99 at Amazon with free 1 day shipping.
Really?
So I'm staring at it right now, and it says want it tomorrow.
Oh my goodness!
One click buy, man.
$269
One
for an
click
Xbox. The brand new Xbox One S, $269.
It's the Halo console or Halo collection bundle.
And Halo 5. Right?
Guardians physical disc and
Yep.
Master Chief collection
Yeah.
digital
Crazy.
code.
That's crazy. That's really cheap. If you wanted to
This
put a
thing is
second
just-
one in your house. Yep.
Yeah.
That's basically
Speaking
$100
of-
bucks off.
Speaking of Master Chief Collection,
Yeah.
stick around
Mhm.
because we're giving one away today.
Oh, yes. Yep.
An opportunity to win one will be
Yep.
made here in a moment.
Yeah, I don't know how long this sale goes on, but if you do the Amazon one, don't forget to use our affiliate link.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah,
So, cool.
yeah, that's the only way you can get that price.
Yeah, yeah.
You
Use
must
our affiliate
our
link to get it for $269.
link.
Well, the last thing here, and you put it on the list, Mark, and I was like, nobody cares about PlayStation now. We're an Xbox show. And you said, yes, but it's cool. You know, it's something cool for gamers, right? And I looked at it and I was like, yeah, but there's not really any games. And then I looked at it again. I'm like, well, I guess there are a lot of games. So, what is it?
Okay, so again, I know, yeah, we're Xbox show, but I thought I wanted to share this more of a couple reasons, but mainly because I thought this was kind of cool. PlayStation Now is a streaming service that is coming to the PC, and this is actually available right now in Europe.
Cool.
So in the United Kingdom, the Netherlands, and Belgium, if you can play PlayStation Now on your PC. You just have to go to download the app from the official PlayStation Now page and begin. There's no release date for this in America just yet, but the original announcement for the service's platform said that it would be coming to the United States shortly thereafter. So I wouldn't be surprised to see this in the next week or two, because it's already rolling out in Europe.
Yeah.
But
There's a 7-day.
we've got like
7-day free
Huh?
trial. There's a 7-day free trial as well.
so the Xbox, with Xbox you can stream games to your PC.
Yep.
So someone else, like in the family room, if you only got one Xbox, then and the family wants to watch, I don't know, whatever TV show they watch, and you want to play a game but you can't because your family's on the Xbox, well, you can stream it through the Xbox app to your Windows PC and play the games.
Right.
So that you can do with any Xbox game, which I think is cool. But what this is their streaming service. So it's a little different. You don't even have to own a PlayStation 4. You can and you can still play PlayStation games through your PC. It does require Windows 7 Service Pack 1 or higher, 3.5 gigahertz Intel Core i3, or 3.8 gigahertz AMD A10 or faster, 300 meg or more of 300 meg or more. Wait a minute, what is that? That doesn't even make any sense. That must be disk space. 'cause it just says
That's hard to-
300 meg or
that's-
more, then 2 gig or more of RAM.
Right.
Yeah, it's got to be 300 meg of disk space.
Yep.
2 gig of RAM, and then a sound card with and a USB port for the adapter. So they're selling an adapter for $24.99. So it's like a USB, looks like a USB thumb drive, plugs into your laptop, if you will. They got it showing on a laptop in the image. or into your PC, and then you can use a Dual Shock 4 controller. So I guess you'd have to have one of those. You're going to want to. So you'd have to buy this for $25, and I don't know, controllers are probably what, 50, $60.
Yeah, I don't know if you
Um,
need. I don't know if you need the PS controller. You may or may not. They don't state that. I don't know if you can just plug in any controller. And I believe, as far as the dongle that's coming, those PlayStation controllers are Bluetooth. So if you have a laptop with Bluetooth, I think you may be able to connect it right now without having that. Just a couple thoughts. I don't know the answers to it, but something to think about.
Yeah, this adapter lets you connect the DualShock 4 to the Mac or PC wirelessly. We'll be able to, and will enable every feature of the controller.
Okay.
So yeah, you might be able to play without, or maybe using keyboard and mouse. That we don't know.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It does, like Braun said, it doesn't really state that, but you got to have a 5 meg internet connection is required. Yeah, they don't really give you much any more information. But they do say that you can play games like Uncharted, God of War, Ratchet and Clank franchise, as well as beloved PS3 games, The Last of Us, and Journey. Um, Current subscribers have a new way to access the PlayStation Now's library of over 400 games, and the PC app provides a new way for even more gamers to discover and play the service. So, I had another article that listed. Here it is. So I think this was the one. Maybe it's not. Rats, I lost that one. So IGN actually has a list of everything that is available to play, because so when Brett and I were talking before the show, he's like, "Why do you got this on here?" And I'm like, "Dude, I might be able to play Uncharted 4 and not have to buy a PlayStation." Well, Uncharted 4 is not on the list,
Nope.
but Uncharted 1, 2, and 3 are
Right.
part of, I guess, PlayStation Now. But there's the downside. Well, there's a lot to it, and I wish I could find that other article, but I probably could if I do a little searching here. But I don't want ads to come up. But if you look through IGN, look for the PlayStation Now. It was within the last couple of days the article was written. They had a list of like all the game. Well, I don't even know if that was all the games, because that didn't look like over 400 games on the list. But they had stuff that was like highlighted in blue that were part of the subscription, and then they got a bunch of stuff that's not part of the subscription. And then you can rent, but
that's right.
which was really expensive. So the caveat here is PSN Now is very expensive. What is it, $20 a month, Brun?
Yeah. So that was the thing that kind of gets you, is that this was their kind of answer to backwards compatibility, if you want to think about it. Except it wasn't backwards compatibility. It was a monthly service. But then some of the games were not included in the monthly service of it, and then the monthly service was $20 a month, which was just like, people were just kind of floored. So, this used to be Gaikai. I think that this was they bought Gaikai for large sum of money, a very large sum of money.
$2 to $3.
Yeah. And then brought it out for the PS4, which was great addition to the platform. But then obviously they need to try to make their money back. So then everybody's like, well, I'm not using that. So it's been working, but it's been kind of flopping at the same time. So then bringing it to PC in my mind is like, well, that's a no-brainer. They still got to try to make money. But yeah, it's $20, $20 a month, and that's where I was just like, I was looking, I'm like, oh, hey, I could play Uncharted, and do this and do that, and I was scrolling down, and then I scrolled to the very top. It's like 7-day free trial, $19.90 something, $19.99 a month, or $49.99 for 3 months, I think is what it said. So you're saving yourself like $10. But I was like, never mind. It's like, I'm not paying you $20 a month to play PlayStation 3 games. It's like, I'm sorry. So, but yeah, that's kind of a kick right there. It's crazy.
But what I think is cool about this is if they could do something like this, $20 a month is a lot. But if you can buy, say something like So Uncharted 4, if it hits the service, I actually would have no problem paying them $20 for 1 month just to be able to play Uncharted 4.
Right.
Because it's going to cost me $20 and I can play the game instead of $300 or $400 to buy a console, $60 to buy the game. I mean, I can actually play that entire game, and I've played Uncharted 1, 2, and 3, loved them. Well, 3 was a little iffy, but 1, 2, and 3, bought them all, played them all, but I played them once. It's not a game that I'm going to sit and replay, you know. So for me to be able to play it through my PC one time for $20, I would definitely do that, So that's what I think is a pretty cool idea. And again, I've talked before. I would love to see GameFly do some kind of deal with, both Sony and Microsoft. I don't want to leave anybody out, but bring GameFly digital to, somehow. It would be easy to do because these games are already digital for the most part. Like all the new stuff is, it's already all digital. All you do is put an app up and say, hey, we're going to download this. It downloads from the Microsoft Store, and you can't get anything else through the GameFly app for free until you basically delete that one that you're renting. You pay GameFly or Microsoft X amount of money every more month, and you get digital rentals. So I mean, that's basically kind of what this is. And if I see Uncharted 4 hit this service, then I'm definitely going to look into at least renting that game and playing it on my PC. Because I really want to play Uncharted 4, but I'm not buying a new console for one game.
Right.
I think it's great. It allows gamers, and I would love to see Microsoft do something similar so that people like on PlayStation or maybe Nintendo people can try the franchises out like Titanfall 1 or Forza Horizon or Gears of War and Halo, and that they can have those gaming experiences as well. I mean, we are an Xbox show, but all three of us are gamers. All three of us have owned multiple consoles and probably still have them in our house today. We tend to play on this platform the most, but we don't hate on any other platform. So
Right.
I think more games for everybody is a great thing. So
So
price needs to be improved, but
yeah.
I would never stay a permanent customer, but
Yeah, it's like one of those things. Like $9.99 seems to be that sweet spot, for services that people pay for. You got all the music services, you got some gaming services. Like it seems like $9.99 is always that sweet spot. So my thing is like, do they want 100,000 people at $19.99 a month, or do they want 400,000 people at $9.99 a month? It's kind of weird. But I'm looking at your list of the list. It says for a list of titles and individual pricing, see the table below. Games that are a part of the flat fee subscription service are marked in blue, and there's a lot marked in blue, and there's a lot not marked in blue. Uncharted. So The Last of Us is included in the flat fee. Uncharted 1 and 2 are included in the flat fee. Uncharted 3 is not on this list, but I'm assuming it is also in the flat fee because this list hasn't been updated in quite some time. But a lot of the other pricing, what you're having is for a 4-hour rental, you're paying anywhere from $3 to $2. 7-day rental is anywhere from $4, $5, $6, $7. 30-day rentals are $12, and 90-day rentals can be like $23. So very strange, but I don't look at that pricing model as being an issue for Sony. Obviously I think a lot of their first party titles are included. It's probably licensing for the companies that actually own the games, where they're just like, no, you have to charge them $30 for 90 days to do something like that. But yeah, pretty cool.
even
I like
a week, if it was like the highest price I see for a week rental of any game is $9.99.
Yeah.
So I would have no problem paying $10 to basically be able to play Uncharted 4
Right.
and have 7 days. Because if it's like, okay, I got some time, I'm gonna be able to complete the game. I mean, now you can look everything up on the internet. How long does the campaign take? Oh, 8 hours. Okay, I can get 8 hours of gaming in the next week.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be able to play this game for $10.
Yep.
And I'm done with it. I didn't have to buy I think that's what I'm excited about.
Yeah.
I think this is, and this is where things are going. The people that are, there's people that don't like digital. I know, like Jason, a buddy of ours, is a big game collector. They love physical.
Hmm.
But I feel sorry for them because that's going away, and I don't know what they're going to be able to do to, he's going to have to find something new to collect. But
Yeah.
this is where it's going, and these are going to be the advantages of going digital. We're going to be able to do stuff like this, and we're going to be able to expand and have more gaming experiences, even though we don't own the platform.
Right.
That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah. I like to see what happens and what competition this brings. So very cool. I was going to add something, but now I can't remember what it was. I think it was the leak. Did we talk about PlayStation Slim? I know we were talking about PlayStation here. Did the Slim stuff get announced or leaked after we recorded or before we recorded last week?
Wasn't that just like 2-3 days ago?
Yeah, something. So yeah, it looks like there might be a PlayStation Slim. So we'll have to still wait until that September timeframe or whatever. But very interesting. Wonder what specs are going to be.
I thought we talked about that last week.
I think we did
thought
too.
we talked about, we mentioned the September thing because we were
Yeah.
talking about the Neo and
Right.
the Scorpio, and are they going to do a Slim, and is the Neo now going to, which was supposed to be out this year, is that going to be pushed back
Right.
and compete with Scorpio and
Okay.
blah blah blah. So.
All right then. Well, with that, do you want to do this little giveaway you're speaking about and tell people how they can join?
So first of all, big time thank you to Kurt. This is thanks to Hawk, a longtime listener of the show, and he purchased an Xbox One S Master Chief or Halo Edition, and he already had the Master Chief collection, and he got a digital code. Said, "Hey, I already have this. I'd like to give this away to someone on the show." I'm like, "That is awesome, dude." I was really tempted to keep this myself, but because I actually don't have the collection. But I'm like, nope. He said to give it away, so I'm giving it away to someone on the show. But we're gonna do this a little differently. So we're gonna make you do a little bit of work.
Yep.
So if you don't have the Master Chief Collection, or you'd like to have, what is that? Halo 1, 2, 3, and 4? Is that what it is? First 4 Halo games?
Yeah, and then
they added, didn't they add Reach in digitally as well, or
they
was
added
that only for a certain time?
the people who bought the Master Chief Collection in the first couple months when it came out got Reach
okay.
for free. But Reach is only $4.99 or something like that.
Oh,
Yeah, it's nothing.
okay.
You know.
So, anyways, you're at least getting Halo 1, 2, 3, 4.
Or it's
pretty
ODST,
cool.
I think. I can't remember which one they released.
Okay. But what I'm gonna ask, so we're gonna run this contest. Okay, so I will be back. I'm gonna be gone from the show until September 18th. Will be my next time that I'm back. So we will announce the winner September 18th. Well, no, that's too long. That's too far away.
Yeah.
To make it 2 weeks from today, the 11th. So I'll make sure Rob and Braun have a winner.
Yep.
And then I can send the code to you through Xbox Live, whoever the winner is. So you got 2 weeks to email us your answer. And you're going to email it to contact@thisxboxlife.com. The question is, what is the name of the primary and best sniper amongst all of the Spartans? Okay, so it's all I need is a name.
Yep.
Um,
Now,
that's it.
yeah, so we're not looking for the first person that responds, right? We're going to take everybody who responds correctly and pick from them.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, we will. I'll take all the correct answers. We'll put them into the random generator, and we'll pull out one, and boom, that person will win. So when you send us your email answer, be sure to include your gamer tag.
Yep.
Make sure you type it correctly, because we will copy and paste that gamer tag into the Xbox app on the PC and cut and paste the code to you. So we will announce the winner in 2 weeks from today. So on September 14th.
Cool.
So you got to get your emails in before that time. So the cutoff will be the 12th of September.
All right.
Okay. Give you to the 12th of September. That gives me some time, as I'll be busy.
Yep.
That'll give me some time to work with the entries. Get you guys back an answer. Again, what is the name of the primary and best sniper amongst all the Spartans?
All right. Cool. So you heard him. Contact at thisxboxlife.com. That is where you're going to submit your answers, and that is also a way to submit questions to us. Or you can go to thisxboxlife.com, click on contact, and you can fill out the form there, which also emails us. A couple other ways to get a hold of us: you can send us a voicemail and be on the show. That is, go to thisxboxlife.com, click send voicemail on the right hand side, follow the prompts, and boom, we get the nice recording. And twitter.com/thisxboxlife and facebook.com/groups/thisxboxlife is a way to join our Facebook group where a majority of our stuff goes on. So, and Rob, we're gonna have to talk about trying to get some friendlier links around here, and I'll talk to you after the show. I'll explain.
Sure.
So, and also, guys, we're on Xbox.com or Xbox Live. Yeah, I take messages there and answer questions, and if anybody wants to put something through there to have it on the show, I read them there too. So I get those on my phone and on my PC, so I definitely do read my messages there as well, if that is easier for you to get a hold of us. So just to give you another way to get on the show. But this week's release, the title of our show this week for 402 is "Where Are All the Games?" And I said that because of this list that Rob is about to read.
I don't know about this list. This doesn't seem right.
It doesn't, does it?
No.
Because is some of those games already out?
Yeah.
Okay, because I thought I saw the one that was like free or something.
Yeah, Tumblestone.
Yeah, Tumblestone was on there, but I looked at the list, I saw all the dates, I was like, I'm just gonna have Rob read it right off the thing.
So I'm looking at like a couple of different other places, and everybody's got something different.
Right.
So here, I'm gonna pick one of them. I'm gonna go. We'll go with IGN this
Gonna
week.
go with the shortest list.
No.
Great.
That'd be GameStop.
Okay.
But IGN lists. So for upcoming games, Xbox One, we have Hitman Episode 6. Now, this is listed as August. I don't know if it came out already. But it's in the list. May or may not be out. Then for August 30th, which is Tuesday,
Yep.
we've got Verdun, Attack on Titan, The Turing Test, Armello. By the way, Armello is pretty sweet. It's been out on PC for, I don't know, like 2-3 years. It's a interesting board game style game that's been on Steam. So I'm actually looking forward to this one. Very good game. Then there's Assetto Corsa. That's a racing game. The Final Station is out as well on September 1st, which is what, Wednesday or Thursday? That's when we have the change for the Xbox game, Live Games with Gold.
Yep, Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday. And on September 1st, out comes Earthlock Festival of Magic. And I believe that's the free game for the beginning of September.
Yes, you are correct. For Xbox
Or
One.
actually the free game for September for Xbox One.
Yep.
So that's the list there. Metacritic also lists Resident Evil 4, Tumblestone, which we know that came out, Fallout 4, Nuka World. I'm not sure if that came out because I've lost touch with all the Fallout 4 releases. There's so many of them.
Yeah.
There's a game called Binaries. There's a Mahjong game. Killer Instinct Season 3.
Yep.
X/Slash and Backstab. iZombie.
A lot. It's a lot.
Yeah. Freeze Me. stories of Betham, Full Moon, and I believe that's it. I believe that's all of them.
Cool.
Between now and the next show.
All right.
And for Xbox 360, we have what's an Xbox 360?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Nothing.
Yeah, nothing. Oddly enough, there is a couple of releases coming out in September. Looks
Yeah.
like just sports games.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But what's games for gold? Because we finally got the list of those for September.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So games with gold for the month of September, Xbox One. We currently have Warriors Orochis 3 Ultimate for a couple more days. That ends on August 31st.
Wednesday.
Yep, on Wednesday. WWE 2K16 is good through the middle of September, so you still have some time to grab that one if you haven't already. And September 1st, Earthlock Festival of Magic. That's the game that we just mentioned. Also, later on in the month, Assassin's Creed Chronicles China, which is actually a pretty darn good game. Xbox 360 has the following games. Don't forget these are backwards compatible, so you can play these on your Xbox One as well. Beyond Good and Evil, good for a couple more days. This one looks like it ends on the 30th, possibly. Is there 30 or 31 days in August?
August has got 31.
31.
31? Okay. So maybe it goes until the 31st. Hopefully it doesn't end a day early. But anyway, Beyond Good and Evil through the 30th. Forza Horizon, the game that started it all in the Horizon franchise. That is going to be available. Excellent, excellent game. You can play it for a couple weeks before Forza Horizon 3 comes out. Definitely grab that one. And also a game that holds a spot in my heart always, Mirror's Edge. Great game. Sometimes a hard game, but a great game. That one is going to be on the 16th, wrapping up the second half of the month for Xbox 360. Again, all of those are going to be available on backwards compatibility. So grab them if you've got an Xbox One. If you got a 360, grab them also. Then if you make any purchases on Amazon, like you're buying a $270 Xbox One S with the Master Chief Collection with the physical copy of Halo 5,
Yeah.
everything else digital. And if you got that digital one, maybe give it to us. We'll give it away to somebody. Who knows? If you make any purchases on there, just please use our affiliate link. You can find that on our website. Just go to thisxboxlife.com, click on the Amazon logo. If you can do that each and every time that you make purchases on Amazon, that would really help us out a lot. I know you guys love the show, listen to it all the time. This is something that you can do. It takes just a couple seconds, and it, like I said, it helps us out, defray some of the costs of running the show, and also does not cost you anything extra. Another way that you can help us out as well is if you're on iTunes, go on iTunes and find the podcast and give us a 5-star rating. Give us a little bit of a review over there. The more reviews that we get, the more people find out about the show. We can grow the audience, make this a huger podcast even than it is now. So we would really appreciate that. And with that, I think we've got the end of the show, right, gents?
I believe you're correct.
Excellent.
So, just checking if there's any other announcements that I had. I don't think there are. So that's all I got. Just a reminder, we are out next week due to the holiday on Monday here in the U.S. And Rob and I will be back the following week announcing our winner. And then the week after that, all three of us will be here. Back and ready for action.
Back in the saddle.
Yep. So, anything else, guys?
Nope. No, sir.
All right. Well, with that, I'm Brun BJ Swick 33.
I'm Rob, also known as Presar.
Mark, aka Wingman 709. Taking off.